All right, y'all. So the day's kind of ending on me here, and I wanted to speak about this. And this is an abnormal video. I wanted to get this off of my chest, y'all, and then we'll get to our regular schedule program. Okay, and it's insurance, man. I've always felt like insurance was a scam, and anytime I find myself in a situation like the one my family and I are in, it just kind of validates it. So we had some people wondering, why are you paying for everything up front and then worrying about insurance? All right, sorry y'all, had to fix my camera. It was dying on me. The answer to that is pretty straightforward. It's because insurance is a scam, man. You pay all of this money and then they try to figure out whatever they can to not have to pay you any money at all. And it's the weirdest thing to me. Like I don't get it. It could be car insurance, homeowners insurance, and remember, flood insurance is separate from homeowner insurance. Wind insurance is separate from homeowner insurance. Even if you rent nowadays, you have to have renter's insurance, insurance. And I just always thought it was a scam because health insurance, like you're literally forced to participate in it by law because these big companies have these lobbyists who go to Washington, D.C., and they get these senators, congressmen get into their pockets and get them to vote for their favor. And I just always knew it was a racket, man. If they're forcing you to do it, it's a racket, in my opinion. Because if you're responsible with your money, and I understand the vast majority of Americans aren't, but if you're responsible with your money, you could just, in most cases, pay for the repairs you need to your home or to your car or whatever happens if you're not giving that money to a company that's going to happily take your money. But anytime you need to put in a claim, they're going to try their hardest to give you either nothing or as little as possible. And it's just the craziest thing. One of you left a comment on our last video that pretty much sums up why we're just going to pay for everything and deal with insurance later. And it's because of the comment you're seeing on screen right now. A year later, I know people that it's been way longer than a year and they're still waiting on their money after a natural disaster. Like, it's not realistic, right? And we also see, if we think of FEMA as insurance from the federal government, that protection program, right? Um, I mean, the initial money that's out there, which is $750 for people that have been impacted by hurricanes, so many people are getting turned down. Like, what is going on? This video actually sums it up pretty nicely.
People think that when you have insurance after a hurricane, you just get to build a new house. That's what people keep commenting to me, like, oh, you can just go build a new house with your insurance. So I would really like for you to explain how insurance works.
Okay, so start off by substituting the word insurance for gotcha. Okay, let's start there. Because what people think and what it is a gotcha. Unfortunately, with windstorm insurance and flood insurance, they're two separate animals. And the lines between them sometimes get blurred depending on the nature of the storm, but you can get flood insurance only, not have windstorm, and you can have windstorm and not have flood, but if you have a mortgage, you have to get both. If you own your home free and clear, you don't have to get any insurance. Not smart, at least get liability, but you don't have to get any. If you have a mortgage, you have to have windstorm and flood if you're in a flood zone.
Which most people have a mortgage.
Most people have a mortgage,
yeah.
Yeah. Well, here's the really part. So windstorm generally carries a pretty high deductible. And what a lot of people don't realize is that deductible is based on the replacement value of your house. So let's say it cost $800,000 to replace your house. That's what your policy says your structure is worth. That $10,000 deductible on the windstorm, which is pretty standard, you've got to have $80,000 worth of damage before the insurance company's even going to pay a penny. So not only do you have to live in like the eye of a tornado, but you have to pay 80 grand to benefit from your windstorm policy.
So most people in our area will not benefit from any of this windstorm damage.
Unless, well, if you think paying 80 grand is benefiting, then you're living in kind of like an alternate universe, because I think that in and of itself is a huge scam. Because they complain about, oh, we can't make any money insuring properties in Florida, but 99% of the properties they insure, no one's going to get to their deductible and they don't have to pay out a dime. So I just like to kind of know where the money's going at this point, because we've been paying for years and years and years, and we certainly can't see any of that.
Exactly. Gotcha. A scam. I'll end this rant and then we'll get to the video, I promise. I'll end this rant about insurance saying that, like, I can already tell that they're going to figure out, I can hear it in their voice and the questions they're asking, they're going to figure out how to either give us no money or very little money. And I just don't get it. I don't get it. And I want to sum it up by just giving you an example. When I said that if you just didn't have to pay for insurance and you were smart with your money, you could probably pay for most of your repairs. Here's an example. Check this out. All right, y'all. So I chose a random house in the United States. Here we have a house located in Oklahoma. 52 acres, y'all, for $675,000. That blows my mind. If you pick up this house with a shop, barn, pond, 52 acres, if you pick this house up and drop it off in Florida, this thing is easily $1.8 to $2 million. Oklahoma, wow. These prices almost make you want to move. But anyways, if we look at this property and what they want for homeowners insurance, well, first off, let's start with the fact that, hey, if you want this house at today's interest rates of 6.58%, even if you put down 20%, that's $135,000 cash. Who has that lying around? You would still have a mortgage that is $4,018. That is so wild. Right here it's saying that for homeowners insurance, they're estimating that you would be paying $415 a month. Well, if we extrapolate that by 12 months, that's $4,980. Now, that's just your homeowner insurance, which is going to have basic, flood or water damage, basic wind damage. So you're most likely going to have to add additional flood insurance and additional wind insurance if you want to cover your home. So on average in Oklahoma, you might pay about $995 a year. For wind damage, you're going to pay about $1,000 also. So all in, that's $6,975 a year. If you're from Oklahoma, let me know if this sounds accurate or not. I think it's still low. You're in Tornado Alley. Now, let's say instead of paying an insurance company, you just pay yourself and create a sinking fund for natural disasters. After 5 years, you would have saved almost $35,000 that you could just put towards the repair of anything that were to happen to your property, on top of having just basic liability insurance, which you could get about $100,000 to $200,000 policy for very, very cheap. So you're better off just being responsible with your money and saving instead of being forced to participate in insurance. That's my only point. I think it's a scam, but what do I know? I haven't been around the sun as many times as others. If you're new here, please consider liking, please subscribe and share with your family and friends. Let's get to the video and you can see what we've been up to since Hurricane Milton hit.
Yo, ain't this the cutest little thing? So her Ray can be over her little Ray. Get it, girl.
See the ocean, how it sways in the sun, keeping our stories in its motion. Lies the truth about us,
Sahara, are you helping?
Send me a
You gonna help me take the moss off the fence? All right, you're a good helper. Gotta get it clean, right? You like a clean slate.
I'm dying to know it all. To know it all.
Hey everybody, I have to video this. This is Nana coming to you live. Jared is so worried about Leroy. He said he needs to go to the store. Leroy's never been walked on a leash, but he is attempting to put this pig on a leash and bring it to the store. Leroy is a big boy. We'll see how it goes. We'll let you know the outcome. Y'all, so Jared got Egypt on here, and they trying to bring Leroy to the barn to give him shelter. Now, I love Leroy, but my boy is quite a big old pig. I'm not gonna lie. Look at this, y'all. In the rain, messing with Leroy. Well guys, they made it across the yard.
All right, y'all, so the power's finally on. I went and reconnected everything at the house the way it should be. You might be able to hear the AC running, which is a beautiful thing. And you remember in one of my previous videos when I said this water line wasn't broken? Well, the lie detector determined that was a lie. Clearly broken, and I just cut the water so that I could get this dried out, and I'm gonna have to replace this. So good news is it should, keyword being should, be an easy fix, so we'll see. And while I'm over here in the sun, y'all look at Frankie. Her pasture's still wet, so she's lying in a puddle, splashing and squishing around. Oh, Frankie, you got me wet. Look at the water drip off of her. I just know you're enjoying this water. Oh, you know what? Now that I think about it, this is the water that was running out of the busted pipe. Came this way. That's where the water came from. I thought it was from over there, but nah, it's dry over here. The water is receding, so. Hope you're having fun, Frankie. Hope you're having fun. All right, y'all, so I had to make a run to the store. That's why, as you can see, the sun's gone down, and there's that beautiful Florida sky. Whew. One of the beautiful things about Florida for sure. But I got me a PVC pipe cutter, some extra pipe, some fittings. I got this little pump right here, a multi-purpose hand pump. So that should help me get this water that's down in that hole out of there better than I was using that bowl. It wasn't working that well. I do have my cement stuff and all that. So easy plan, cut off some of this pipe, make it look just like that pipe, because there's the elbow. Then use the coupler to attach it to the existing pipe, and use the other coupler. Well, I bought an extra one just in case, actually, so there's no real reason for that, because you never know. I have to go to 3 stores, y'all, so clearly it's like there was a natural disaster around here or something. Can't find anything anywhere. Just a little bit of my dry humor. But I also have reinforcements. Egypt went to those 3 stores with me, so she's on the way back out, and we're about to knock this out really quick. There's my help. I put the pump together. It's very easy. Just pump out and the water should come out on that end over there. Okay? Come on, just like a tire pump. Yeah, you gotta use your muscles now. All the way up, all the way down. And you gotta keep it down in the water. Yeah.
In the strange light of the cold February moon, beneath the thick snow blanket, you will soon be in bloom. Although he has you in his cold embrace, his eyes that grip are started slowly break. In the stillness of this winter gloom, you will soon be in bloom. Will soon be in bloom.
All right, y'all. So, moment of truth. Going to turn the well on. There we go. Put that back. Okay. Turn the hose on. Okay. So we're good on that end. Now let's look over here. No visible water leaks. That hole isn't filling up any longer. So I'll feel good about that. I can see little baby frog right there. Oh, right. Use your bros. My battle buddy. I think we did it. So we'll just let this sit overnight. And in my opinion, my true test of whether or not this worker did his job is going to have the well on all night. And if I come out in the morning and this area is saturated, wet, or worse yet, flooded, then I know it didn't work. So let's keep our fingers crossed that that's not the case, all right? Cool. All right, Egypt, let's pack all this up and let's call it a day. Let's go get some dinner. All right. All right, y'all. So finally, we're getting to the recovery. So I had lumber delivered from a local hardware store, and they brought all of the 2x8s. I got some 2x6s, some 2x4s by 24s, I believe. Essentially everything that I'll need to fix the roof on the barn, to fix the aviary, and a few other things around the property as well, like the dog kennel. So very excited that this was delivered. Anytime I have anything delivered from this particular hardware store, this is the driver. So he and I also took some time to just catch up and see what's going on and how we each were affected by the hurricane. And then as soon as he left, I hopped in the car so I could head to Harbor Freight. And on the way out, I saw these linemen. So thank you to all the linemen who were here from across all the country. And thank you for helping us get our power back on. All right, currently going to get some tools. Another thing that can be costly on a homesteader farm. The good news though is you normally have to buy it once, and if you take care of it, you don't have to buy it again, usually. So with all of these repairs we got to do, I figured I might as well go ahead and begin something I've been putting off, which is getting like air pressure type of tools, you know what I mean? So gonna go ahead and get that done, because it will make the rebuilding that I'm about to have to do way easier, like way easier. So let's go see what the selection is. Look at the animals just chilling here, y'all. We got the cows over there, and there's the goats that we moved yesterday. And by we, I mean Egypt. She's such a help on the farm, as many of you know. But they're just chilling, looking like it's gonna rain, so everyone's just relaxing. So here, just showing y'all some of the different options that Harbor Freight had, along with, you know, a lot of the different price points for these nail guns. You know, they had like roofing nail guns, they had brad nail guns, just all the different nail guns, right? Shingle, you know, nail guns for your roof shingle. So and then of course all the different air compressor options as well, and showing you here what I have in my cart so that we can, you know, get going. And I have a funny story that I'm gonna share with y'all in 1 second. But let's get out of this store and back to the house. All right, y'all. So as you can see, just made it home, and whew, that was quite the journey. And funny story that I want to share really quick. When I was in there, Harbor Freight was trying to get me to spend all kind of money. You know, there was one air compressor that cost $400, and that's the one they were really trying to sell me on and give me all the specs, and you really need this one, So I'm sitting there, the cost of all of this stuff is adding up, and then I'm about an hour and a half in, you know, almost 2 hours into being in the store, and I finally say, you know, I see these Mexican gentlemen walk by, and, you know, being from San Antonio, Texas, I you know, quickly identified that they were Hispanic. And Sahara, go eat. No, go in the house. You in trouble, you know that. And you better not cry. Sorry, I had to get Sahara really quick. And I'm like, hey, y'all, I need help. Can you help me? So one of them speaks great English. One of them speaks no English at all. One of them speaks broken English. I let them know, like, here's my project. I don't need anything crazy. I don't do this for a living. This is what I'm trying to do. They point to this tank that costs like $150, and they say, this is the one we use. we do this for a living. This is the one we use. And then the one that speaks Spanish, he said they're trying to get him to buy the big one, because then they'll also have to sell him that big generator over there just to run it. And I understand just a little bit of Spanish, so I thought it was very funny, because I understood the joke. But yeah, they tried to get me, y'all. So I got out of there and didn't have to spend a lot of money. And look what we have here. Well, hello there. You have your brother on your back?
Yeah.
Pharaoh, hi. Hi. You said, did you go see all the animals? Yeah? With your big sister? Yeah? Are you having fun? You're over here with Frankie? Huh? What? I know. I see. You're with your sister. And you said hi to Frankie? You said hi, Frankie? Yeah? You said yeah? That's funny. He's starting to speak so well, y'all. Whoa. Okay. Tell everybody bye-bye. Say bye-bye.
Daddy.
What? I know. But all right, y'all. Thank y'all for joining me in this video. Hey, we got everything we need to finally get to work. And that's what we're going to do. We got to get this kennel rebuilt, the aviary, the roof on the barn, some damage on the house. We're going to knock it out, y'all. As you can see, I've already started on the kennel area already, replacing some of the plywood, getting the fencing for the kennel straightened out, and we're getting to it, y'all. So, and let's end with an update on the water. And the water level in there has not moved at all. That's the same water that was in there 3 days ago when we did it, right, Egypt? So it's a win. It's a win, and that's what we like to see. See y'all next time. Peace. Say bye.
Bye.